Good evening, 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 good evening. I think I pressed the button a little bit too early that time, actually. Go to just one, because that's what that should be on. Oh, and a message from our sponsor, Calibrated Vision.
Wapshi wam. Wapshi waddy wap.
Not bad from TTS. Thank you very much for the 14-month subscription there, Vision. Hope you're keeping well. And, excuse me. Good evening, everybody, from the, I am the disembodied voice of Royal Flush, who will appear on screen in just a moment. Hope everyone is keeping well and has had a good Thursday, a good week, I suppose. The week is, well, it's nearly the weekend, which is always something to look forward to. Something else that's always worth looking forward to is Game Night, which is coming at you live right now on Thursday, the 24th of November. I know my phone's on charge at the moment. Thursday, the 24th of November, just after 8 p.m. GMT here in the UK. Hope you're all keeping well. It's Risky Business up first. It's been written by Zeus, and if you would like to play, type in the code. Tobacco is the code. It's not an endorsement of smoking. This is from our sponsor, Claire.
Two little ducks duck duck. Happy Thursday, whole robot cowboy hat face.
Cowboy hat face. Thank you very much for the 22 months, Claire. Two little ducks indeed. Hope you're keeping well. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the support. Yeah, anyway, I hope everyone is keeping out of trouble. We've got some risky business from Zeus. Yeah, all two of the set game puzzles, it broke, and then I thought, well, it's 8 o'clock and the track's just finished. It must be a side. Let's crack on with business. So, yeah, busy day today. Busy day, sort of finishing touches on Nugal That, which is coming up a little bit later on. And then I pop out to play at a funeral this afternoon. Then I have a phone call from my brother this evening, in between doing the school run and then the Scouts run. Yeah, Mrs. Flush is out at one of her bouncy classes. Dylan's at Scouts. One of the dogs is there, in the door. And the other dog is downstairs on the sofa. He's being quiet, so I'm just sort of letting sleeping dogs lie, as it were. He was exploring earlier on. He unearthed what I'm assuming or hoping was an empty packet of Anadin Extra, which he took and hid under the piano. There was no evidence of pills and foil, so I'm assuming he's managed to unearth an empty packet from somewhere. He does that sort of thing, bless him. But yes, I guess we'll find out. If he dies, then, well, that will be very sad, but I'm sure it's just a packet. So if I sound slightly anxious, that's probably playing at the back of my mind. Cheeseoid, you don't appear to be in. Yeah, I think you were, and then you took yourself out, so not sure if you're intending to come in. But yeah, anyway, good evening to you all. Let me stop that bonus right there. Good evening to Samster and Zeus and Colo and Mark and Not a Cat, Pure Jogging. Good evening, Dragon and Two and Jers and AB Me, BC Vision, Proogs, Oni, Tadaru, Puzzle Dan, Natter, Shapes, It's Otley, Claire, Cheeseoid, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. Good to have you here. Random message, so Ben says hello to me. Oh, hi Topper. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Yes, Risky Business written by Zeus. I proved this afternoon. It's a little tricky, but not sort of niche tricky. It feels very sort of classic pub quiz trivia style. It's not an enormously gimmicked pack, which is it's nice to have those from time to time. Have a Poggity Duck day. Yes, very much, Topper. Very much. Just a small tricky. Oh, and yes, something I should have said. Vitreal Pyro Pygmy, welcome to the stream. Something I should have said to our American friends. A very happy Thanksgiving to you. If that's a feast day that you celebrate, I hope you're having a good day. If you've got the day off when you normally don't. Poggity duck, indeed. So yeah, very happy Thanksgiving to you, and best of luck with the Black Friday sales this week. And not that they haven't been going on for the last 3 weeks, because that's now a thing. Because capitalism. Seems good. Anyway, I'll give you another 30 seconds to come join. If you would like to come and play Risky Business, as written by Zeus. It's a fun pack, you'll like it. How many have you got? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 25 in so far. Yes, your point has been made, sir. I did apologise. It's a private joke that Topper and I are having. Stopper one gaping. I guarantee nothing, Jez. Actually, I don't think there's a massive amount of reality TV in here, if I'm being honest. I'd say it feels like quite staple pub quiz trivia sort of stuff, sort of classic trivia knowledge would be how I would probably describe it. So yeah, not too much in the way of reality TV. Please no football. But we'll see. We'll see. That's all I can say about that. Welcome to the stream, Riff. Welcome to the game. Good to have you. 26 in. So I think we'll get this game underway because we're at just about 8:10. So we should start the game. Google that coming up later on. Nugal that or Google that too, however you want to think about it. But looking forward to sharing that with you in a bit. But first of all, time for some Risky Business as written by Zeus. Let's get on with the game. And there you all are, popped into display on your left-hand side right there. Hopefully you can see that nice and clear. Let's get on with the game. Round number 1. Round 1 is called Favourable Odds. You're going to get a question and 5 options. More than one of those options may be a correct answer. You need only submit one letter for each question within 15 seconds. So it'll be A, B, C, D, or E. Whisper it to Persephone's Twitch bot. Number of correct answers reduces with each question, whilst the amount of points you score increases. So question 1, there are 4 correct answers out of 5. It's worth 2 points. The next one, there's 3, and it's worth 3. The next one, there are 2, and it's worth 5. The last one, there's 1, and it's worth double if you choose to risk. Answering a question incorrectly at any time reduces your score to 0. And for the first 3 questions in each set of 4, there are 3 sets of 4, abstaining will not affect your score. To play question 4, you must choose to risk your points when prompted. If you don't want to play, do nothing, your score will be banked, and then it will be safe, and it won't be able to be touched. Question 4 will have 5 options, only 1 is correct. If you pick the right one, your score is doubled, otherwise you lose everything. And be warned, if you choose to risk on question 4, where you only see the options and not the question, before you have to make your decision, abstention will be treated as a wrong answer. So if you choose to risk, you must give me an answer or you will be wiped out. So 3 sets of 4 in this first round, a maximum of 60 points available. Good luck to you all. Have fun fingers on your keyboards. Here is the first question. Options are Guilder, Krona, Peseta, Escudo, Drachma. Name a currency that has been replaced by the euro. Come the ticks. I'm fired. Welcome to the stream as well. There we go. Most players getting a correct answer there. Yes, the guilder, the Dutch guilder, the Greek drachma, the Portuguese escudo, and the Spanish peseta were all replaced by the euro. The Swedish krona, nor the Icelandic or the Faroes krona, are still in circulation. They're still the currencies of their respective countries. The Slovak koruna was replaced, but not the krona. Very similar, but not the same. So krona, unfortunately, a wrong answer. Peseta, the most popular answer there. Well done. If you gave me a right answer, you picked up 2 points. On we go. 3 correct answers out of 5 available here, and your options are Peseta, I say Pesato. Surfing, shooting, cycling, basketball, wrestling. Name a sport that Team USA won at least 3 gold medals in at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Hearing an awful lot of boying, I will remind you that playing is not mandatory. You don't have to. If you've got no points, you might as well play. Hello, Fired. Hello, Shadowbane. So yeah, if you've got no points, you might as well play. But if you have got something at risk, then maybe think twice, unless you want to play the odds. Surfing and cycling were the wrong answers up there. They got just 1 each. Wrestling, shooting, and basketball each had 3. Well done. If you found a right answer there, plenty of 5s, a couple of 3s, and a handful of wipeouts as well. One more question to earn some points before we go to the risk question. Silent Marine, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. And question number 3, options are Ringo Starr, John Travolta, Jeff Goldblum, Sylvester Stallone, Bill Murray. Name a person who was born before the NHS was formed. Don't have to play. There are 2 right answers up here. Quite a few wipeouts going in there. BC, Claire, Not a Cat, Toot, Jogging, and Proogs all wiping out on that one. Quite a few abstentions. But we have got 7 players on the maximum of 10, a handful of 5s and 3 3s in there as well. Ringo Starr and Sylvester Stallone, who were born in 1940 and 1946 respectively. The NHS was founded in 48, and then Bill Murray 1950, Jeff Goldblum 1952, John Travolta 1954. No one going for Jeff there. Quite a few getting caught out by Bill Murray and a couple on John Travolta as well. So if you have got some risk, you can choose whether or not you want to risk on this question. You must type R to risk. If not, leave it blank and we'll put your points in the bank. But if you do risk, then abstention will be treated as wrong. There's only 1 right answer and it's worth double points if you can find it. Options are Manhattan, Staten Island, Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn. Bank or risk? Samson's going to take his 10. Dan's going to take his 3. Okay, got a handful of players going to give this one a go. 7 in total. Fired risking all 10. Fernando, Itzotli, Colo, Oni, Riff, and Topper risking 5. Remember, abstention is going to be treated as wrong. 1 correct answer up here. Best of luck. Here's the question. Name the cocktail containing gin, vermouth, and orange juice. Fernando? I'm sorry you're out of time. You're going to lose that risk. Imagine only getting an alcohol question wrong. And imagine Topper being caught in the trap of an alcohol question. It's the Bronx. That's my cocktail of choice back in my cocktail days. The red double rug pull. Indeed, so they do happen. A Bronx is gin, red vermouth, white vermouth, and orange juice. That's what I tend to go for if I'm drinking a cocktail, usually in the summer. Fernando, welcome to the stream. Answer. I was very confused when everyone was getting it wrong. So Manhattan has whiskey. Brooklyn has whiskey. Queens has pineapple juice instead of orange juice. No one going for Queens either. Staten Island doesn't really have an agreed upon cocktail, but there's a cocktail called a Staten Island Ferry that's like a pina colada. So, yes, bad luck. Everyone is going to wipe out there, so no points to put in the bank. But we'll reorder the board all the same. We've got 6 players with 10, and then 5 players with 5. 6 players with 5, I beg your pardon, and then 3 with 3. Everyone else is yet to score. We've got 28 people in the game at the moment. We're going to do it all over again. Another 4 questions, starting with this one. 5 options, 4 correct answers, 2 points if you can find one. Options are Claire, Meath, Mayo, Galway, Cork. Name a county of Ireland located north of Limerick. See our resident Irishman Natter getting this one right. Quite a few pings on that one though. Cork was the one wrong answer. It's immediately south of Limerick. Everything else is north. Clare is immediately north of Limerick. Galway immediately north of Clare. Mayo immediately north of... It says here Mayo immediately north of Mayo. Meath is northeast. I think that might be a typo. I'm assuming it's Mayo immediately north of Clare. Yeah. Cork was the wrong answer. Bad luck if you've not picked up any points. Well done if you did pick up 2. Let's go on to the next one. 3 correct answers up here on this board, and your options are butane, methane, propane, ethane, pentane. Name an alkane where the number of hydrogen atoms matches the Pokedex number of a Pokemon beginning with C. I love this question. I'm probably the only one. Lots of people are going to sit this one out rather than play the odds. Oh, we've got a few wipeouts there. We have got a few people who've managed to get up to 5, some on 3, and quite a few abstentions there on 2. Propane and pentane were the wrong answers there. Propane is C3H8, and 8 is war turtle. Pentane C5H12, which is 12 is butterfree. The other ones, methane CH4, 4 would be Charmander, ethane C2H6, which would be Charizard, and butane C4H10, which would be Caterpie. Well done if your science and Pokemon knowledge was up to snuff there, or maybe just a good punt. Either way, if you've got some points, well done. We've got a handful of players on the maximum at the moment. 6 players on 5 points of risk. There's one more. 2 options up here. 5 points if you can find one. Options are y equals 9x plus 9x, y equals 24 minus 9x, y equals 2x plus 12, y equals x plus 12, y equals 12x divided by 3. If x equals 2, in which of these does y equal a square number? Some people not really wanting to take on the advanced mathematics at this point. A few people going for E and B, which were wrong answers. A and C were the answers for after there. 2x plus 12 would be 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 12, which is 16, which is the square of 4. Y equals 9x plus 9x, which would be 9 times 2 plus 9 times 2, which would be 18 plus 18, which is 36, which is the square of 6. And then the wrong answers, y equals 24 minus 9x would be 24 minus 9 times 2, 24 minus 18, which gives us 6, not a square number. Y equals 12x divided by 3 would be 24 divided by 3, which would give us 8. And y equals x plus 12 is y equals 2 plus 12, which is 14. There we go. Advanced mathematics lesson done. Well done. If you are on the maximum risk there, Riff, Oni, it's Sotley, Fluid, Fernando, and Innis. If you want to risk it on this next question, then you can do. If you have got any risk, then you can choose to. Just Natter, Tadara, and Pafayad not going to be able to risk on this one. R, if you want to risk, you only see the options. Only one right answer, double points if you're right, but wipe out if you're wrong or you abstain. Good luck. Options are Andy Samberg, Jane Lynch, Stephen Colbert, Amy Poehler, Ricky Gervais. Bank or risk? You're giving this a go. Coming 7 on this. Keep your 7, put it in the bank, Charlemagne. There it goes, takes you up to 12. We've got a few people going to give this a go. There's 8 players in total. Riff is risking all 10, hoping to double up to 20 here. Samson putting in 8. Dan, Jogging, and Topper all risking 5. Jers, Claire, and Toot all risking their 2. Best of luck to you. Vision and Shapes with the bank lead at the moment with 17. Well, let's see what happens. Good luck. Here's your question. Name a person who has been a main host of both the Primetime Emmys and the Golden Globes. Oh, it's another full wipeout. We've all missed it. It's Andy Samberg was the answer. You've split the room relatively evenly on the others, but yeah, Andy Samberg is what we wanted there. Stephen Colbert did the 2017 Emmys. Jane Lynch did the 2011 Emmys. Amy Poehler did the 2013, 14, and 15 Golden Globes. Ricky Gervais the 2016 and 2020 Golden Globes. But Andy Samberg did the 2019 Golden Globes with Sandra Oh and the 2015 Emmys. Bad luck wiping out there. No points going into the bank. So let's reset the board. Check out the scores. Vision and Shapes have got the lead with 17. Innis and Mark and Pyro all in third on 15. Maybe me currently in third with 13. 4 more questions. 4 correct answers up here. 2 points if you can find one. And your options are Richard Bachman, George Eliot, Curra Bell, George Sand, A.M. Barnard. Name a woman, or rather name a pen name used by a female author. Everyone just not a cat and puzzle. Dan hitting the wrong answer there. Richard Bachman was not the right answer. That is a pen name for Stephen King, who is a man. George Sand is Amandine Dupin. A.M. Barnard is Louisa May Alcott. George Eliot is Marianne Evans, and Curra Bell, Charlotte Bronte. George Eliot, by far the most popular answer there. I think that's fairly staple knowledge. Oh, a little pop, which means someone's just joined. Ramsey, hello, welcome to the game. Just in time for the end of round 1. Let's clear the board. Most people on 2 points of risk there. Here's another question. 3 correct answers, 3 points if you can find one. Options are Thea, Gaia, Uranus, Hyperion, Phoebe. Name a Greek deity classified as one of the 12 Titans. Remember, you do not have to play. He was a man at the time of recording. Welcome to the stream, Ramsey. Hope you're doing well, my dude. Couple of people abstaining. Most people giving this a go. Most of those getting it right as well. Thea, Hyperion, or Phoebe were the answers you could have had there. The Titans were the children of Uranus and Gaia, the 2 wrong answers up there. I once went out on a date with a girl called Thea. You don't find many of them these days. Anyway, thought I'd comment on that. It was spelled differently, though. Let's reset the board. Let me know in the comments if you know a Thea in your life. Maybe it's more common than I'm giving it credit for. One more question before the risk one approaches. Only 2 correct answers here. 5 points if you can find one. You don't have to play, but your options are daydream, mischief, birthday, nobody, fickle. Name a genuine Little Miss character from the Roger Hargreaves series listed on the MrMen.com characters page. Oh. Yikes. Mischief, absolutely catching so many of you out. A lot of people abstaining there. Just Samson and 2 with the maximum risk of 10. Oh my heavenly days indeed. Yeah, Mischief is not there. Little Miss Fickle and Little Miss Birthday exist. The other 3 are Mr. Men, and Mr. Birthday is also a thing. Trouble, but not Mischief. Everyone hates Little Miss Women, confirmed. Yeah, there's no... You would have thought Little Miss Mischief, but she is not there. She does not feature. Yeah, I was going to do a search just to check. So many. Maybe it's one of those Mandela-y things. Yes, very much Mr. Mischief, which you can get a sweatshirt for $39.99. But no Little Miss, I'm afraid. Bad luck if you've wiped out there. There's only a handful of players with some risk here. Samster and Toot with 10, Mark, ABME, Fernando, Natter, Oni, Silent Marine, BC, Tadaran, and Ramsey have all got 5. If you want to risk it on the next question, then you can do. You don't have to, but remember, abstentions will be treated as wrong. There's only one right answer. Good luck. Options are James, George, Bridge, Road, Coburn, Bank or Risk. Surely, somebody. You can't gamble with the risk of nothing. Thank you, Ramsey. And Nat is going to give it a go as well. Just 2. That might be the lowest I think we've ever seen. Natter and Ramsey, the only 2 choosing to risk here. Everyone else's points going into the bank. I know it, but I'll do it anyway. No, I think it would just play the question out with no one able to answer it, proves. I don't think it would break the game. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't break the game. It's never happened before. Good luck to you 2. Here is the question. Pick the option that when town is added to the end is not the capital city of a British overseas territory. Ah, there we go. Making it a perfectly imperfect game on question 4 of the opening round. It's Bridge. Because you'd get Bridgetown, which is the capital of Barbados. Barbados, Bermuda, not a British overseas territory. Roadtown is the capital of the British Virgin Islands. Georgetown is the capital of the Cayman Islands. Jamestown is the capital of St. Helena, Ascension Island, Tristan da Cunha. And Coburn Town is the capital of Turks and Caicos. So, well done if you knew that while abstaining. Yeah, the right answer, capital anyway, 0 chance. Georgetown, Guyana too, yeah. Roadtown, what bloody nonsense. Funny old name, Roadtown. That's the end of the first round. Let's put any points into the bank that are there, which is none, because they're already there, and check out the scores. My. We have, there's a fairly decent spread of points, has to be said. Claire Fired, Jogging, Ramsey, Riff, and Topper yet to score. But top of the leaderboard, Mark and Samsa with just 20 points. So we'll have to see what happens as we go on with the game. AB Me on 18, Vision Shapes on 17, Fernando, Innis, Oni, Pyro all on 15, Silent Marine's got 13, Shadowmane on 12, BC, Cheezoid, Sotley, Natter, Toot, and Tadaru are on 10, Kolo and Prugs are on 7, Dragons on 6, Jers, Not a Cat on 5, and Puzzledan on 3. Still more points to be had. Only way is up, right? Let's go on to round number 2. Round 2 is the board game. You'll be presented with a question and 9 options. Anything from 4 to 7 of the options may be a correct answer. Submit as many options as you like within 60 seconds. Syntax is not important in this round. You can choose to separate your answer letters with commas, spaces, full stops, or not at all if you prefer. And you can submit your answers either as a single message of several letters or individual letters one at a time. For each correct answer submitted, you do get 5 points. But if you give me any incorrect answers, it reduces your score to 0. Scores are banked after each board, and so with 3 boards, there's a maximum of 60 to 105 points available, depending how many correct answers Zeus has seen fit to give you. Good luck to you all. Here comes your first board. Options are Switzerland, Austria, Israel, Belgium, United States of America, Australia, Mexico, Malta, and Germany. Identify the countries that ranked higher on the World Happiness Figures Report 2022 than the United Kingdom was based on its 2019-2021 figures. Most countries are happier than the Brits. About halfway through. Most players have given an answer. Waiting on Jogging and Cheeseoid. Do continue to give answers if you're just going one at a time. Anything from 3 to 6, remember, are correct. Was it 3 to 7? Might be 3 to 7. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. Can't remember your rules. Right, that's at least one answer from everybody. 5 seems to be the highest here. BC and Natter have gone for a 5. Top has also gone for a 5. Here come the ticks. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. Ramsey picking up the most there with 4. There were actually 6 correct answers up there. Ramsey picking up 4 of them. Samster, Fernando, Jers, Jogging getting 3. Mark, Toot, Tadaru, and Dan getting 2. And AB, Me, and Cheeseoid just getting the safe 1. Yeah, the USA is higher, would you believe? So the UK 2022 Happiness Report is based on a 3-year average between 19 and 21. The UK was ranked 17th, Switzerland at 4, Israel at 9, Austria at 11, Australia at 12, Germany at 14, and the USA just 1 ahead on 16. Belgium just below at 19, Malta 33, and Mexico 46. Belgium catching quite a few of almost half of you opting for Belgium there and getting caught out. We're all miserable in Belgium. We have too many politicians. Fair enough. Switzerland, by far the most popular answer there, followed by Australia. Well done if you have banked out some points there. Let's put them in the bank. Sam's sitting atop the leaderboard now. Fernando and Mark in second as we go on to board number 2. Options are, I can hear the bells, I'm not wearing underwear today, history of wrong guys, settle for me, the math of love triangles, let's generalise about men, sexy French depression, first penis I saw, and better with a man. Identify the songs that appear in the TV show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. What, says BC. Might be able to eliminate some that you know are in other things. Doesn't mean they didn't necessarily appear in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, but would Zeus be that cruel? It's up to you. At least 3 of them are right. Is it 4 to 7? Maybe it's at least 4 of them are right. Okay, that's at least 1 answer from everybody. A couple of people just going for the safe 1. Hopefully safe 1. A few 4s in here. I'm not seeing anything higher than a 4 at the moment. Still a few more. Oh, there's a 5. Toot has gone for 5. Here come the ticks. Forgot Zeus was a writer until I saw this question. 12 of you banking out some points there. Claire getting her first points on the board. Oni, Cheeseoid, and Samps are also going for a safe 1. Topper, Dragon, Colo, BC, and Jers going for 2. Pruse finding 3. Natter finding 4 of them. And Toot, the only player to find all 5. Very well played there. You're going to bank 25 points out of that. There were just the 5 correct answers up there. Settle for me, the math of love triangles. Let's generalise about men. Sexy French depression. And first penis I saw. The wrong answers. Underwear is from Avenue Q. I can hear the bells is from Hairspray. I can hear the bells. This is the only one up there I know. This is despite having seen Avenue Q. Obviously, that song is very not memorable. Wrong Guys is from Kinky Boots, and Better with a Man is from The Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. So those are your wrong answers. Well done if you got some points. Let's put them in the bank. And Toot has taken the lead with 45 points, 5 ahead of Samster on 40, and who is 10 ahead of Fernando, Jers, Mark, and Natter, who are all on 30. One more board for you in this round. Options are Anne, William II, George III, Edward VII, Charles II, Edward I, Elizabeth I, John, Richard II. Identify the English or British monarchs who ruled at the turn of a century. I like this question a lot. Right, let's take a look at the board. Toot there getting his first answer in Cheezoid Vision. It's Soppy, still waiting for an answer from you guys. Still got a few more seconds to think about it. 4 looks to be the highest at the moment. There's a couple of 4s in here. A few people just going for a safe 1. Here come the ticks. Last chance to get some answers in if you want to try and get some points off this board. There's a few more greens up there. Look at this gorgeous boy. Do you want to look at the stream deck? Say hello to everyone. Hello. Hello. Happy dog. Are you a happy dog? Licking your lips. Good. Right, you want to get down then, so I can carry on with the game. Sorry, Dexter has taken over the stream. Hop down, boy. Hop down. Good boy. Have a lie down. Big shake. Good boy. Toot and Samsa and Riff all picking up 3 there. Sorry, I got distracted by my dog. Jers getting 2. Quite a few players getting a safe 1. Mark, Cheeseroy, Tadaru, Vision, Colo, Dragon, Jogging, Totley, Claire, and Fired. Yeah, the most popular answer there, Elizabeth I. Hey, Ali, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. I'm doing well, thank you. Doing very well. Yeah, Elizabeth I, 1558 to 1603. John, also a correct answer, 1199 to 1216. Edward I was 1272 to 1307. George III, 1760 to 1820. And William I, i.e. William the Conqueror, was... William II. Sorry, 1087 to 1100. Anne was wrong. Anne was 1702 to 1714, coming in just after the turn of the century. Edward VII, similar story there, took over from Victoria, 1901 to 1910. Charles II, 1660 to 1685, and Richard II, 1377 to 1399, so just missed out on the turn of the century there. Well done if you did manage to pick up some points out of that round. We'll add them to your bank, and we're going to reorder the board and check out the scores at the end of round 2. Says William II. Yes, it does say William II. I was just misreading my notes. Apologies. So, Toot still retaining his lead with 60. Samson's in second with 55. It's now Jers in third with 40. Mark's on 35. Fernando and Natter on 30. Cheezoid to Dara on 25. AB Me's got 23. Vision and Colo and Pruz are on 22. Dragon on 21. BC Oni, Jogging and Ramsey are on 20. Shapes on 17. Innis, Itotli, Pyro Pygmy, Riff Raccoon all on 15. Dan and Silent Marina on 13. Shadowmane on 12. Claire and Topper on 10. Not a Cat Amplified are on 5. So everyone has got some points at least, which is nice. We've got one more round. One more round, which could make all the difference. Let's check out the rules. I was trying not to sound surprised, Jules. I was doing a very good impression of not sounding surprised. Round 3 is this or that. You get a question with 2 options. 1 is correct and 1 is incorrect. Submit A or B within 7 seconds. Answering a question correctly, will give you increasingly more points. So the first will give you 1 point, the second gives you 2, and so on. Answering a question incorrectly at any time will reduce your score to 0 and reset your correct answer streak. Abstaining from a question will bank your points and reset your correct answer streak. So if you don't know one, but you've got a decent bank built up, you can sit it out and your points will be safe and put into the bank. But you do have to start building up again from 1. 15 questions in the round, a maximum of 120 points available if you can do all 15 of them without a break. Which means it's still anyone's game, very much anyone's game. The high score is currently half that. So, let's see how you get on. Good luck to you all. 7 seconds goes by quickly, so make sure you've got your fingers on your keyboards ready. Round 3 is this or that. A or B. This or that. A or B. Options are. Question 1. Hungary. The Philippines. Goulash is a dish originating in which country? Just not a cat preventing us from getting a perfect ball there. Yeah, it's Hungary. Not the Philippines. Well done if you've got that. There's some risk there. So if you've got some risk, remember you might want to think twice before answering. As we go to question number 2, this or that, A or B, options are group, graphic. What does the G in the file format JPEG stand for? Bit of a sly one there. It's group, Joint Photographic Experts Group. Bad luck if you've been caught out on that one. Cheezoid, Dragon, and Riff putting a single point into the bank. Quite a few players still on 3. Let's go on to question number 3. This or that, A or B, options are Eleanor, Audrey. The carnivorous plant in Little Shop of Horrors is named Who Too. I'm pleased to see that Proogs has got this one as our resident theatre bod. Jur's putting 3 into the bank. Yeah, it's Audrey 2. Audrey 2, named after Audrey, the character who plays Seymour's love interest. Great show, Little Shop of Horrors. We have got 11 players on a max risk of 6. Let's put those 3 for Jur's into the bank. As we go on to question number 4, this or that, A or B, options are Real Madrid, Liverpool. Which team won the 2021-22 UEFA Champions League? You work in theatre, not encyclopedic knowledge of it. Fair enough, Briggs. A wipeout from Saps there. Just 4 players with the maximum risk streak now. Colo, Innes, Sotley and Claire all with 10 points. Real Madrid was the answer. A number of players putting points into the bank there. Toot, Mark, Natter, Proves, Jogging and 5 putting in 6. Cheezoid, Dragon, Silent Marine, Not a Cat putting in 1. Let's add them to the bank. It was Real Madrid. Let's go on. Question number 5. This or that, A or B, options are Dragon, Snake. Which animal in the Chinese zodiac represents the year 2024? A lot of boing going on there. And 3 players at the top putting risk into the bank, which means we have a new risk leader in the shape of Riff, who's got 6. It's Dragon. Dragon is the answer. Snake will be 2025. Colo, it's Otley and Claire putting 10 in. Fernando and Ramsey putting in 3. Let's add them to the bank now. Toot's still on top with 66. Samson's got 55. Jers has got 43. They're your top 3. Jers with a risk advantage at the moment as we go on to question number 6. This or that, A or B options are Titan, Triton. What is the largest moon of Neptune? Funny this should come up this week, entirely independently. I put this into my high stakes round of my pub quiz on Sunday, almost this exact question. With Triton and Titan as the options, and the high stakes is the same format as this round. It's my last round of my IRL pub quiz. Funny coincidence that it's also come up here as well. Very strange. Oh, there's a blue flashing light outside. It's a fire engine? An ambulance. Stopping. Blue flashing lights going to my next door neighbour. Sorry to be distracted. Yeah, I think they're... Oh dear. Oh, I hope everything's okay. We have our next door neighbours. They have the small holding, which is where the garden backs onto. They've got... I know that I think Jenny's parents live with her, and they're quite aged. They're in their 80s. So, yeah, I do hope everything's okay. Anyway, back to the question. Only putting 3 into the bank. Riff continuing his risk lead of 10. Yeah, Triton is the largest moon of Neptune. Titan is the largest moon of Saturn. Also believe it. Is it the largest moon in the solar system? I want to say it is, but I might be wrong. Anyway, let's put the points into the bank. Getting to the halfway stage, let's take a look at question number 7. This or that, A or B options are Rishi Sunak, Philip Hammond, who served as UK Chancellor for a longer period of time. Philip Hammond, July 2016 to July 2019. 3 years, so for the entire tenure of Theresa May's administration, or premiership, whatever the word is. Rishi Sunak, February 2020, took over just before the pandemic, replaced Sajid Javid, if memory serves, and resigned July 2022, 2 and a bit years later. along with his predecessor, Sajid Javid, began the final days, the downfall of former Prime Minister former Prime Minister but one, because Liz Truss was a thing, Boris Johnson. Well done if you picked up some points there. Tadaru putting in 6, Pyro putting in 3, Mark, Shapes and Dan putting in 1. Riff still with a risk lead of 15. Let's add those points to the bank. So at the halfway stage, you're approaching it. Toot has got the bank lead of 66, but Samster's only 11 points behind and has got a risk advantage of 3. No other significant risk near the top. You've got BC on 10, a bit of a way down, and Riff even further down on 15. But still got another 8 questions to go. Let's go on to the next. Question number 8, this or that. A or B options are: the tournament, unbeatable. As of November 2022, which game show has aired more episodes? It's unbeatable. As of the start of November 2022, Unbeatable has aired 65. Season 1 was 50 and Season 2 at the time was 15. The tournament 60, Season 1 30 and Season 2 30. Unbeatable has more Season 2 to air, but Tournament Season 2 is definitely finished, so cannot exceed 60. Is always going to be Unbeatable. Shadowmane fired, putting 3 into the bank. Topper putting in 1. Riff still with the risk lead of 21 on a bit of a streak now. As we put those points into the bank, and we'll move on to question number 9. This or that. A or B options are: New Leaf, New Horizons. Which Animal Crossing game was released earlier? New Leaf. Mark putting a single point into the bank. Riff still with the risk lead of 28 here. BC on 21, also not to be sniffed at. New Horizons, the wrong answer. That was 2020. New Leaf was 2012. So quite a bit of a way ago. Of course, it's wrong. I'll be storming it. Unfortunately, though, Bruce, it's not. Let's put Mark's single point into the bank. Reorder the board. Toot still at the top with 66. Now with the risk advantage, though, Fernando may be looking to eye that up. He's 33 points behind, but he's got a 10-point advantage in the risk column. Let's go on to question number 10. This or that. A or B options are: Guy, Bad. Which word is used more often in the Billie Eilish song Bad Guy? It's Guy. And thank you for banning that bot there, Colo, very grateful. Yeah, I actually want to listen to the song to check it out. Even though I'm the bad guy. But the pre-chorus, so it's I like it really rough guy, it's a tough guy, not to make a rough guy. I'm a bad type, make it still your sad type. So they rhyme. They use Guy. She uses Guy in the pre-chorus 4 times extra, whereas bad is only used once in the pre-chorus and then uses the rhyming word for it. Duh. I need that. Oh, I need that on a button. Duh. I'll have to go with
shame.
So no. Pain. No, they don't work. Duh. Oh, that'd be a really good soundboard sound to have. Guy was the correct answer there. Fernando putting in 10. AB Me, Not a Cat putting in 6. Only putting in 3. Colo and Dan putting in 1. Riff maintaining that risk lead of 36 points at the moment. It's going to take him up to 52. A theoretical score of 52, which is getting very, very close. Happy trade Sam for the piano. Bring back the piano. I've got no room. I need a smaller piano for a bigger office. One more question and Riff will have, I think, a theoretically higher score. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's put the points into the bank. Because, yeah, Riff will be going up to 52, but his next question is going to be worth a lot. I can't remember exactly. I can't do the maths off the top of my head. But Toot has also got a risk of 6, so could safeguard that lead. Either way, if Riff banks now, he's going to have some serious smile points. Toot still with the lead for now. Let's go on to question number 11. This or that. A or B options are: bird, fish. Classic face-off choices. What type of animal is a Guianan cock of the rock? Zeus has just written, hee hee hee, cock. Sorry, not sorry. It's a bird. Cocks are generally thought of as birds, and it is indeed a bird. And yes, it has got cock in it. Riff, wiping out on that one. It's a wrong answer. Oh dear, you're going to have to start building up, going from 1, and I think there may be too much of a deficit to catch up now. Jogging and Claire putting in 15, Cheezoid, Vision and Fire putting in 1, which means Ramsey has the new risk lead of 21, with 23 behind, with 4 questions to go. 28, 36. 45, 55. Could potentially get up to 78 if my maths checks out, Ramsey, which at the moment would be enough to give you a win. Toot's got a theoretical score of 76, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with the next 4 questions. Let's put the points into the bank as we go on to question number 12. This or that, A or B, options are Durham, Sunderland, England Lioness Jill Scott started a senior career at which football club? It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home. I've heard the new Christmas version, which by rights I should like because I really like the original and I just love most Christmas songs. It's not really doing it for me. It's got some nice moments in it, but it's just not a patch on the original. I've decided I like the 96 version better than the 98 version. I used to prefer the 98 version, but as I've gotten older, I've changed my mind. She started at Sunderland, was the answer. Toot putting 10 in, Shapes putting 6 in, Jers and Colo each putting 1 in. New risk leaders now with Shadowmane on just 3 points, so streaks are going out the window, but yes, she started at Sunderland. Let's put those points in the bank. 3 questions left of the game, but we come to question number 13. This or that, A or B, options are Joe, Kevin. Which Jonas brother is older? Not a massive amount in it. Shadowmane putting his 3 into the bank. Cheeseoid, Dragon BC and Innis putting 1 in. Joint risk lead of 3 for Samster, Mark, Nata, Claire, Tadaro, Vision, Riff and Puzzle Dan now. Kevin is older. He's 35. Joe is 33. Not a lot in it. Let's put those points in the bank. Penultimate question of the game. Toot has still got the lead. I'm not sure he can be caught at this point. So is it going to be a battle to second? It might even be a battle to third. I'm not sure Samster can be caught in the last 2 questions at this stage. Possibly by Mark, who could get up to 10. No, because that would only take him to 53. But Samster would have to bank to secure his second place. So, battle for third place. Looks like it's on. Let's go into question number 14. This or that, A or B, options are sulfuric acid, nitric acid. Which of these contains more oxygen atoms? Samster getting up to 6. I don't think he's going to risk on the last question if he doesn't know. He's going to want to secure his silver medal. He hasn't got enough to overtake Toot and take the gold. Mark and Tadaru and Puzzle Dan all putting in 3. It's sulfuric acid, H2SO4, 4 oxygen atoms, as opposed to nitric acid, which is HNO3, the 3 oxygen atoms. Let's put those points into the bank. As we have one final question for you. Question number 15. This or that, A or B, options are Cézanne, Gauguin. Which French Paul was born in a more northerly location? It was Paul Gauguin. Paul Gauguin was born in Paris, whereas Paul Cézanne was born in Aix-en-Provence on the south coast of France. Claire and Vision putting in 6, Shapes putting in 3, AB, me and Dragon putting in 1, and in addition to that, BC, Tadaro, Joggin and Jers will have 1 added, Fernando will have 6 added, and Samson will have 10 added. Gauguin in the bin. That is the end of question 15, the end of round 3, and the end of the quiz. So let's put all the points into the bank and check out the final scores. And there we have it. Now cut that out. Finishing in the gold medal with 76. Samster takes the silver with 65. And it is Fernando who takes the bronze on 49. Good game, everybody. Points will be converted into pennies. I'll scroll down the board and you can have a look at all the scores down there. Topper on 11, Not a Cat on 12, Silent Marine 14, Fired 15, Riff and Innis on 16, Shadowmane, Pyro and Puzzle Down on 18, BC's on 22, Ramsey on 23, it's Sotley and Dragon on 25, Oni's got 26, Shapes has got 27, Proogs 28, Cheeseoid and Vision 29, AB Me on 30, Colo 34, Tadaro 35, Nata 36, Claire on 41, Jogging 42, Jers on 45, Mark 46, just missing out on a medal. And then Fernando getting the bronze on 49. Samster on 65 getting the silver. And Toot getting the gold with 76. GG all of you. Innis, welcome to the stream formally. And very many thanks to Zeus for what I thought was a fairly straight-laced trivia pack, actually. It wasn't really very gimmicky, which is not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. I do like a good gimmick pack from time to time, but I think, yeah, sort of classic trivia there from Zeus. So very, very many thanks, Zeus, for providing us with that pack, and I hope you've all had a lot of fun with that. Pennies and medals will be added when the credits roll in just a moment, but don't go away, because after the break, it's time for Noogle That, or Google That too. I encourage you to make sure you're around, because, yeah, I've done a new title sequence. That's literally the most exciting thing about it, so stick around for that. It's not a new pack. Everything else is fresh and shiny new. You'll need Hackbox for it, but you'll need, so Hackbox device as well as a Twitch account to verify it. But yeah, it's got a few more safety features. It should just run a lot smoother, but it's not a new pack. It's a combination of two of my oldest packs, like from literally over 2 years ago. So if you've been around that long and can remember back that far, then chapeau, I suppose. But if you've not been around that long, these will probably be new questions. I think back then I probably wasn't quite as strong a question writer as I am now. I think I've developed quite a lot since then. But they are real question packs. They were used in the real sense of the word. So look forward to sharing that with you. Make sure you got your Hackbox devices ready, and I hope to see you there after the break. Thanks again to Zeus. Congratulations again to Toot, our risky business champion. I'll see you in a few minutes' time for new Google That.
Shoobity whoopity 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 whoop. Whoop shawam. Whoop shawody 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 whoop. Shoobity whoopity 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 whoop. Whoop shawam, whoop shawody whoop, 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 whoop shawam, whoop shawam, shoobity whoopity 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 whoop, ba-doo now.
Thanks again to Zeus, and well done to Toot there. Goodness me, that's loud. Just turn that down a bit. So those pennies should be added on right now, and let's give you a risky bonus. Oh, it's two off the magic number. Risky 71. Just to clarify, I'm very well aware Quizzle has got a Google That pack, but A, it was written under obviously the old template, and the JSON structure is slightly different, and there were rumours of me possibly playing the pack, because I didn't proof it. So also, it's effectively a new pilot game, so if something goes wrong with it, which it might do, it wouldn't be fair to use up Quizzle's pack. So that's why it's an old pack, just FYI. But we will be playing Quizzle's pack, assuming everything works. I think I've earmarked it for next Tuesday. So if you like what you see here, make sure you do stick around. I'm going to run some ads for 3 minutes or so. I'm going to go top up my glass as well. Go stretch your legs if you need to, but I won't start the next game before the adverts are finished, so don't worry about that. Stay right there. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with brand new Google That. And Lingo Maniac, welcome to the stream. Empty Player, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. And just a gentle reminder that this, for all intents and purposes, even though the format is virtually unchanged, this is still effectively functioning as a pilot episode, just because obviously new stuff as ever. So, as always, feedback would be very much appreciated in the suggestions section of the Discord. Yeah, do pop your suggestions over there if you've got any ideas. Just need to re-enable the camera in OBS because it doesn't have an internal camera anymore. Let's go back to BRB, disable studio mode because I don't like it. And yeah, I think we're all ready to go. Just check the ads have finished. They have indeed. Go to dashboard, thank you very much. And yeah. Enjoy, everybody. Hack boxes at the ready. This is new. Google that. I hope you enjoyed that. I spent about 2 or 3 hours animating that yesterday afternoon. I thought, yeah, the other one had some sort of plays with animation going on there, so I thought, yeah, let's go the whole hog and do it properly. I had far too much on. Yeah, they've all got. I think it was about 2 hours on it yesterday. Thank you, Nata. But yeah, each set of letters has got its own little individual story, which is kind of fun. I'm really not an animator, so I was quite pleased with how that came out. Anyway, I'm going to stop self-gratifying myself, but I am grateful to you for the for the kind comments. If you want to play, go to Hackbox. And Stalker, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. So you go to Hackbox and sign up with any name, but you'll then need to whisper something to Persephone's Twitch spot. You've given a little 6-character password, which will then validate you. So you can have any name you like as your Hackbox name, but you must validate from your Twitch account. So a lot of people are joining with their Hackbox names anyway. You've got an exclude and an unexclude button as well. If you press it by mistake, you can unexclude yourself. This has got a full time machine going on in it, and editor commands, so if something goes wrong with players, I can edit them easily enough. Invalid validation code received from Innes. There we go, Inky, you're in now. Lovely stuff. Do need at least 12 for it to work. There is a background lobby game. There's also anytime join if you wanted to come join halfway through. Natty, you tried to join the game twice, apparently. Oh, the red on red is an interesting look, but hopefully we all know that's Zeus. A few invalid validation codes I've got. Yes, thank you, Zeus. That works. I'll start it in a minute, and it'll be a lottery as to whether or not you get in. Oni's in, Lingo's now in. Mark managed to get in. Not a cat. Not a cat. I've not had your validation code yet. If you want to try that again. Ramsey, not had yours either. If you want to try that again. Yeah, I need to take that out. Sorry, that's an error. I should have taken that out of the... I should have taken that out of the master template, and I didn't. That's my bad. But yes, it is case sensitive. There you are, not a cat. Welcome on in. There's a number of people trying to join twice, which is fine, but it won't let you. And it'll also ping you in the chat. So, Ramsey, not a cat. There we go. Cool. So, exclude means you still get to play the lobby game, but you don't get to play the hot seat game. I'll give it one more round of the loot before we get going. There's 23 in so far. One more and we'd have 12 on each side, which would be nice. Okay, if everyone can stop trying to join the game twice once the bot pings you back, that'd be good. Why are you erming, prudes? It is a bit girl from Ipanema. Oh, shit! I know why he's talking back to you. That's... bollocks. Yeah, it's doing that thing, isn't it? Bollocks. I thought I'd taken that out of the master one, but apparently I haven't. Sorry about that. You're going to have to do that all over again. It's on the Twitch control class, isn't it? Yeah, I thought I'd taken it out of my master template, and I guess I didn't. I know what the problem is, though, so just give me a moment. Message received. Happens with any. This was equals to ID. Don't use name. And whisper. So it will only ping you back if you whisper now. Now validated, invalidation code, else if whisper. Right, sorry. That was a one Boolean flag that I forgot to add in. That really should be in the master copy. I'm not going to sort the case sensitivity out just now. I'll do that in a bit. But problem is me. Yeah, I guess so. Let's try again. There we go. Right, KSNC, new room code. Sorry, you'll have to go back to hackbox.ca. They are kind of violent. The G's just minding its own business, though. Just keeps getting pushed out of the way. So, yeah. Go back, try again. Hopefully it won't ping you back if you whisper anything into the chat after joining. Hackbox, Aiden Yosh. You need to go to Hackbox to get in. And welcome to the stream as well. Hope you're well. So yes, Nugal Nat. Very nice, Nat. Tadaru 2. Welcome. Okay, we're back up to 20. I think we had 23, maybe 24 before. So give you a few more minutes to come join. Anyone wanting to test this out? It's a brand new build of the game, but an old question pack. I hope you enjoy the changes that have been made. Yes, it does do you can make the flashy lights thing. I mean, it was Jack Wilfred that asked me to implement that in the mole because he did it by accident. Of course, because it validates from your Twitch account. If you hit exclude, you can't unexclude. But if people abuse it, then I would be less inclined to allow it to stay, so to speak. So, yeah, please bear that in mind. Just testing, that's fine. Testing is all good. But yeah, please don't abuse it and give it disco lights. That would make me sad. It wouldn't make me sad, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Right. How many we're up to? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. You can join midway through. I've got 20 unexcluded players, so I think we're ready to start. Multiplayer mobile internet. Okay, that's fine. Fine, so as long as you join on the same device. Here we go. Let's pick ourselves some players. Thanks, Scorecount, for the slidey podiums. He said, I know you won't do it, but that'd be really cool if it did that. So it does it. Yeah, fancy new studio. It's a lot easier on the eyes. It might look a little bit busy at some points, I will add. But hopefully it looks a bit more elegant while still remaining some of the vibrancy. The beer taps of Quiz. To be fair, when I first made them, it looked like a cross, and it looked more like a tombstone than the tombstones did. But let's have a look and see who we've got coming to play tonight. And we're going to start with Prugs down there on the yellow podium. Welcome to the game. Yes, we've got a roof. There's always been a roof. We'll pop around a few more. And it's Nugal Nat. Welcome to the game. It's also got a crash zoom now rather than just cutting. And a nice circular avatars. Over onto the blue podium on the left, there's Ramsey. Welcome on in. Nata is gliding over all, I should have said. Very claustrophobic. Oh, I'm sorry, Jez. Front and centre, that would be BC. The green podium, matching his green outfit with his avatar. Yeah, it is quite close to the ceiling, if that's what you mean. Pole position is Mark. Welcome to the game, Mark. You are on the top podium right there. How long can you hang on to it for? We will wait and see. Podium number 3, there's Jers. Welcome on into the game, Jers. We're just over halfway there now. In fact, we are halfway there now. 6 more players to pick. Let's go to the far right. That's Toppy Ducky. Welcome to the game, Topper. Good to have you with us. 5 more places that need filling. Where are we going to next? Podium number, that one. Inca on podium number 7 there. You excluded? That's a bug then. Riff, welcome to the game. Apologies if you excluded and you didn't want to be in the game, but yeah, that's a bug then I need to fix. Not a cat, welcome to the stream. No escape now, Topper. You'll have to stay and have fun, I'm afraid. Corbin Corner, that is Zeus. Welcome on in. Duck excluded, yeah. And one more podium for Phil up there in the middle. It's another red podium. Who's it going to be? It's Jogging That. Welcome to the game. Hope you're ready to play Google That tonight. All right, there's a few excluded players. Now, I'm not going to fix it now because I've already restarted once when I get on with the game. But let me just have a look and see what's happening in my player selection method. Or player selection region, I suppose it is. Oh, good lord. Come on, scroll back up to the top. Round 3, round 4, round 5. Select players. What's going on there? While hot seat players contains hatbox.lobby players, and there's all hatbox made exclusion list. All hatbox exclusions contains hatbox.lobby players index. It shouldn't have let you in. Yeah, that you were definitely on the exclusion list, but somehow it still picked you. How's it done that? Good question. I'm going to have to dig into that because the code looks fine. Yeah, circles look far less blocky than squares. Yeah, so if the exclusion list doesn't seem to be working, I'm going to have to... The problem is it's really difficult to test because it's a hackbox game. So I need to have a certain number of avatars in the game, which means I need a billion different tabs open to actively test the exclusion thing. So that's what Pilot's all about, though. So I appreciate your forbearance here, Topper. and Zeus and anyone else who excluded. Anyway, we're going to get on with the game. The rules are much the same. Let's play. Round 1 is the early bird. Answer the multiple choice question as quickly as possible. The fastest correct answer is 10 points, and we'll go blue, even though you're green there. Subsequent correct answers earn 2 points fewer than the previous scorer. After the 5th correct answer has been received, the remaining players score no points, whether they are right or wrong. In the audience game, your scores won't be shown on screen, but they will be pinged back to your device, and how many points you got per question every time. We'll just find out who the winner is at the end. You get 10 points if you're the first, then 9, then 8, then 7, then 6, then 5, then 4. So there's more scope for earning points in the lobby game, even though there's roughly the same players. There's slightly more in the lobby game, but that's the way we're doing it. So, here we go. First question. You've got 20 seconds for each question here. They'll come straight down to your devices. Good luck. Here's your first question. In which country was tennis star Roger Federer born? Switzerland, Germany, the Netherlands, or Sweden? On Hackbox, Riff and Dennis. Most players getting the right answer. Switzerland was the answer there. Blue if you're the fastest, that's Mark. Green if you got points. Yellow if you're correct but not fast enough. And red if you were wrong there. Most players getting the correct answer was Switzerland. Mark getting 10, BC getting 8, Zeus getting 6, Jogging getting 4, and Topper getting 2. Nicely done. Unfortunately, Jers, Proogs, Natter, Ramsey, Riff, and Inca, you're all correct, but not fast enough. Was he savvy and know what I'm doing? Hopefully that's all clear to say. It's a little bit cluttered, but hopefully you can see the answer that everyone said and the points that everyone has earned, and the colour's an extra indication as well. And the multiple choice make it nice and clear. He was born in Switzerland. I'm going to do the next question. Fingers on buzzers or fingers on keypads. Here it is. Which of these is not an ingredient in a Sex on the Beach cocktail? Rum, vodka, orange juice, or peach schnapps? Most of them are wrong, that nasty shade of red. Yes, a Sex on the Beach is... I don't have my notes to hand because I wrote it so long ago, but it has not got rum in it. It's got vodka, orange juice, peach schnapps and some other things as well, but not rum, I'm afraid. So Riff picking up 10 there, Topper getting 8, Zeus getting 6. Everyone else was wrong, I'm afraid. Rum is what we wanted. On to the next question. Fingers on buzzers. Here it is. Which 1998 film starred Antonio Banderas, Anthony Hopkins and Catherine Zeta-Jones? The Mask, V for Vendetta, The Mask of Zorro, The Man in the Iron Mask. It's The Mask of Zorro. Great film it is as well. Riff picking up 10 there. Natter and Zeus incorrect, going for The Mask of V for Vendetta. Jers getting 8, Mark getting 6, Ramsey getting 4, Pruse getting 2, and everyone else correct answer, but I'm afraid just too slow, so no points for you there. I don't have a question counter on screen, which I do in round 4 because that's sort of integral to the round, but I don't here. I don't know if it's that much of a problem, but it's yeah, you just have to keep track of the questions. I think this is question number 4. Here it is. Mask is indeed Jim Carrey. Which of these men did not sign the US Declaration of Independence? John Adams, George Washington, John Hancock, Thomas Jefferson. Appropriate for Independence Day, I suppose. And, most getting that one wrong. Riff was fastest for 10, Mark second for 8, and Inca was third for 6. George Washington was the answer. All the other men did, but not George Washington, despite being the first president of the United States. No points if you gave a wrong answer there. I think there's one more question in this round, so fingers on buzzers. Have a look at this. What is the largest 3-digit prime number? 977, 991, 997, or 983? 997 was the correct answer. Natter getting in fastest for 10 there, Inca getting 8, Jogging getting 6, Mark getting 4, and Jerd getting 2. Ramsey, BC, Notacat, Proves, and Riff were wrong, and Topper and Zeus were right on the corners, but unfortunately just a little bit too slow. So those are all the questions in round 1. Let's add on those scores and check out the positions at the end of round 1. So Riff takes the lead with 30, Mark's in second with 28, Inca's got 14, Zeus has got 12, Natter and Jers and Jogging and Topper all on 10, BC's got 8, Ramsey's on 4, Proves is on 2, Notacat is yet to score, but still plenty of time to earn some points. Smooth like butter transition. Yeah, I like that transition. Again, thanks to Score for the suggestion of podiums that come up and down, because why not? They do some other things in terms of going up and down, which we'll find out about in due course, but hopefully that was all relatively clear. It feels a lot faster. I think possibly because I'm not looking at the lobby game, but if you're playing along in the lobby game, hopefully you've got a decent idea of your score. You won't know your position until the end, but it means I can focus on the hot seat players, but people behind the scenes still get to play the game. Let's go on to round number 2. Round 2 is called Chicken. Bid from 1 to 10 based on the category. This is the amount of points you are risking on the question. Only the 6 highest bidders will be eligible to answer the question, so bid high if you definitely want to play. Low bidders will earn 1 point for each abstention or incorrect answer given by an eligible player up to a maximum of their bid. So if you bid 1 and it's not enough to get in on the question, but at least one person is wrong, you get 1 point. But if you bid 2, if you're thinking, I'm not going to know this, so I'm going to bid low, don't bid don't bid too high, low, because you want to maximise your Luigi points whilst not getting into the question. So a little bit of tactical thinking required here. For eligible players, correct players are rewarded their bid, incorrect players will lose their bid, and abstaining players will lose half of their bid rounded up. The 1 to 10 will be a button that you press. You might have to scroll if you're on a phone. Just scroll up and down because it's a button rather than typing thing. And it's 10 seconds to get your bids in rather than 15. It's the same sting, but it's been shortened somewhat, so I don't want it to catch you off guard. If you don't get a bid in, you'll be given a default bid of 1. I should probably put that in the rules somewhere. That's about the long and short of it. Hopefully the same rules as before. Hopefully that makes sense. Half the lobby plays exactly the same game, except rather than the top 6, it's half. The top half plus any tied players at the bottom. So, fingers on buzzers for the first category, bidding from 1 to 10. Even if you've got fewer than 10 points, you can still bid, but you can go into negative figures. Bear that in mind. The first category is chemical discoveries. 10 seconds. See your bids appearing here. Let's see how you've done. So, Jers, Not a Cat, and Riff have sunk into the floor. They all bid 2, and they are not eligible to answer this question. If you're not eligible... Yes, it is faster. I did say I'd sped it up slightly, and I've cut a bit out. So they sink into the floor, which means they're not eligible to answer this question, and you will have a little ping back if you're in the lobby game, also whether you're eligible to answer. If you are ineligible to answer, then you won't be able to answer at all. This is a full answer. You've got 20 seconds to type your answer. I can override if the spell checker deems it wrong. Ramsey and Prue's both going for 6, Mark and Inca for 5, Topper for 4, Natter, Jogging, Zeus, and BC all get 3. All those players are eligible. Good luck. Here is the question. Marie Curie discovered 2 elements. Radium was one. What was the other? Remember, if you're in play and you don't know, abstention's a valid category. You don't lose as many points if you abstain. And we can see Not a Cat and Jers and Riff are all getting their 2 Luigi points because at least 2 players were wrong or abstained. Yeah, remember, if you don't know, abstaining loses fewer points than getting it wrong. And getting it wrong loses all your points. Abstaining loses half your points if you're in play. The answer was polonium. Curium was named after Marie Curie, but not discovered by her. Well done to everyone else who got the right answer there. Inca, Ramsey, Mark, BC, and Zeus, you've won your bid. If you gave me a wrong answer, I'm afraid you've lost your bid. Let's go on. To the next category. Fingers on buzzers, bidding from 1 to 10. The category is recent cinematic wins. And, we've only got 2 players who've dropped out. Mark and Not a Cat only bidding 1. Everyone else, the low bid there was 2. But Jers, Ramsey, Inca, Prugs, BC, and Riff all went for 2. Topper and Zeus and Jogging went for 3. And Natter's gone for 4. So low bids all round there. But we have got 10 players eligible. It's case sensitive, Silent Marine, the code. Just to let you know. And I'm curious what happens when you join the game after it started, if there's a ping, because that's not something I've tested. So Luigi, well, I wrote some code for it, but yeah, once you get, if the code comes in correct, I'm just waiting to see what happens. Yes, Not a Cat and Mark hoping for their 1 Luigi point. I'm just going to wait and see what happens with Silent Marine and this code. There we go. Been validated. You're in the game now, so you should get this next question, Silent Marine, and nothing happened in the game that seemed to break it, so that's good. Fingers on buzzers, gang. Here is the question. Which actor played the lead character in the film directed by Todd Phillips that was nominated for Best Picture at the 2019 Oscars? That's because you're not eligible for the question, Silent Marine. The Shape of Water is not an actor. DiCaprio is wrong. Matt Damon is right. It's Joaquin Phoenix. The film was Joker. It does seem like a long time ago, doesn't it? Yeah, you wouldn't have got an answer box for that, Silent Marine. Though it's a good thing you joined there because you wouldn't have been eligible for that question because you didn't get a bid in. But from the next one, you should be. It was wrong. Yeah, it was Joker. Anyway, so unfortunately, Riff losing 2, Jogging losing 3, Natter losing 4. Everyone who abstained playing the percentage game, just minimising the damage there. Mark and Not a Cat do pick up their 1 Luigi point. Very well played. On we go. Yes, you can abstain. Abstention, you don't lose as many points. You lose half. Half rounded up. So if you bid 1, you still lose 1. But yeah. Anyway, next category. Bidding 1 to 10. Category is classic literature. Natter and Jogging abstaining from this one with a low bid of 1. Topper, Riff, BC, Not a Cat, and Ramsey all going 2. This 2 strategy doesn't seem to be working. You're getting into the question when assuming you don't want to. Prugs and Zeus going for 3, Jers going for 5, Mark going for 5, Inca actually going for 8 on this one. Big bid from Inca. He's going to be hoping for a right answer, otherwise that's really going to damage his score. Fingers on your keyboards, here is the question. It really isn't working out like I was hoping. Who wrote the book that formed the basis of a musical first produced in 1981 and a film released in 2019? These are proper Google that questions, these are. Natter and Jogging getting their Luigi points because of at least one wrong answer. It's T.S. Eliot. And I get to test my overrider because Prugs has said T.S. Eliot, but hasn't said it with the dots, and apparently that wasn't a variant. So give me a moment to focus on Prugs, because that's definitely a right answer. So we can tick. And you now get +3 rather than -3. Incidentally, if that had meant that the Luigi points no longer applied, it would have taken them off. It does do all that. Yeah, so if Prugs had been the only one to... if everyone else was right and Prugs was wrong, then the Luigi point that Jogging and Natter got would have been taken off. It does overwrite all that, so that's good. That's something I did consider. Victor Hugo, not the right answer. Cats was the show, Zeus, but unfortunately not the person who wrote it. Very well done to Prugs, picking up 3 points there. Let's go on. Oh, hello, mate. Oh, I say. Yeah, put it in my to-do list. If you could close the door behind you, that'd be great, just so no spaniels get it. Thank you very much. I have McDonald's now. Forgive me for eating on stream, but it's just appeared and it's already slightly cold. Right, next category coming in, bidding from 1 to 10. Here it is. Welcome to the game, Lupine. Good to see you. Classical music. McDonald's on a plane. Oh, hello. Argument is out of range. It's alright, I'm not worried, so I've got a time machine. End of round 2 bidding. Okay, that's tried to send something. That'll be, I think, probably Lupine joining. Not your fault, Lupine, entirely my fault. The order bidding equals Hampton lobby to win. It's tried to send something out to somebody that it can't. So you may not have anything on your screen. It should carry on, depending where the break happened. It doesn't tell me exactly where. Oh, and now console enhance has crashed as well. Oh, it's showing your bid. Yeah, that might be something I need to look into. Clearly, it's something I need to look into. But welcome to stream, Lupine. If it's showing your bid, then that's a good thing because it means it crashed after that point. It might be right at the end of the method, which if it is, I should be able to carry on without too much drama. Sorry, I'm just removing the onions and the gherkin from the burger. I imagine it's come from there. Gameplay stage should be 8. I should be able to carry on. Let's find out. If not, I can always bump it into recovery mode. Right, gameplay stage -1, so let's set that to 8, and should be able to carry on now. Let's see what happens. With 0 points entering the hot seat game, though. With 0 points entering the hot seat game. So it's say, entering the lobby game. Okay, fine. Yeah, you should have 0 points if you've only just joined, because you start on. Oh, it's showing your bid. Yes, it should say if it's playable or not now, which means it's come loose before there. Yeah, okay, so it should be showing whether you're eligible, which means hot seat players to order by descending PL.bid value. It should have applied the bid. In fact, I can actually check because I've written something to do that. It should tell me who is eligible. So let's take a look at Proogs. Eligible this queue, true. Right. So it has flagged the right variable, so it should still send the right stuff through. I could really do with console enhanced not breaking. Let's see what happens anyway. And I'll look into that because I'm fairly sure that's to do with players joining. Ink has bid 10, Mark's bid 5, Jers has bid 3, Proogs has bid 3, Natter, Jogging, and Riff and Topper have all bid 2 and are eligible. Ramsey, Notacat, Zeus, and BC are not eligible. So if it's not showing on your screen, I've just told you there. Let me put the question up, see if the game continues. I'll look into that bug. Yeah, fingers crossed the question comes out. Let me know very quickly if it doesn't. Here's the question on classical music. Which ballet by Prokofiev, which first premiered in 1945, uses the same source material as a 1950 Disney film? Yes, answers are coming in. Okay. With a minor temporary blip. Cinderella is the answer. It's a very good ballet. And who's got that right? Inca and Mark. And Jogging's got that right for 2 points. Dumbo, Sorcerer's Apprentice, Putin, the Wolf, Fantasia, and Fantasia are wrong answers. I'm afraid you're going to lose points there. Well done if you got your Luigi points. Zeus, BC, Ramsey, and Not a Cat. Let's reset the podiums. Right, so minor bug in round 2 if players join midway through, so I need to look into that. Maybe I'll make it like Distinction where you can only join in between rounds or something. Well wagered, well answered. Next question category coming up, bidding from 1 to 10, and the category is World Geography. Bids in. Oh, some higher low bids this time. BC bidding 2, not getting in. Proogs, Not a Cat, and Noogle Natter all bidding 3 and not eligible. Potentially some big points up for them on the Luigi side of things. Jers and Zeus and Topper all going for 10. Mark going for 6. Riff going for... Sorry, Mark going for 7, I beg your pardon. Riff going for 6. Ramsey and Jogging and Inca for 4. Hence, we've got that many players in. 20 seconds on the clock. Here is the question on World Geography. Well, I have some more of my cheeseburger. After Mount Everest, what is the next highest mountain in the Himalayas? Oh, I don't feel good about that. That's exactly what happened last time we played this question. K2's not in the Himalayas. It's Kanchenjunga, which is the 3rd highest mountain in the world. A bloodbath indeed. Lots of people losing points. K2 is the 2nd highest mountain in the world, where it's not in the Himalayas. What a horrible question. Who writes these questions? Yeah, very much.
Pain.
Oh well.
What a shame.
So lots of players losing points there, but well done if you got your Luigi points. Natter getting 3, Proogs and Not a Cat getting 3, BC getting 2. No, I don't really regret it. Getting flashbacks now. Points. Who wrote this stuff? K2 Karokarams. Not mad at you, just disappointed. I'm covered in...
Shame!
I think that's the end of the round. Let's reset the podiums to check out the scores. Who's got finally get to fail? Please forgive me, and I hate eating on stream, but I've got to. Otherwise, to sustain the life. -2 factorial, apparently. Oh, yeah. I put a lot of exclamation marks into the messages back. Thanks, Lupo. Appreciate the kind words. Mark's in pole position with 27. Riff's gliding overall now with 21. Inca drops to 16. BC's got 12. Not a Cat on 6. Natter's got 5, as has Ramsey. Jogging's got 3. Zeus on 1. Proogs -2. Jers -5. And Topper -9. Still much to play for, and I hope you're getting on okay in the lobby game. And again, apologies for the slight blip in that round. I think I will just make it so that you can't join until the end of a round. It doesn't allow you to join. It puts you in a waiting room. Which is it's sort of the same waiting room it goes to when it's pending to get you in, just so it doesn't screw with anything funky. That's probably a relatively cheap but slightly clean way of doing it. Distinction style, yeah, that's the plan, I think. So let's go on to round 3. Round 3 is taboo. Give a single answer to the list form question. 20 seconds to answer each one. Just one answer, please. The fewer people who say any given correct answer, the more points are awarded. Unique answers score 10 points. Answers shared by 2 players score 6 points. Subsequent shared answers score 2 points fewer. So 3 people say it's worth 4. 2 people say it's worth 1. If 5 or more players give the same answer, no points are awarded. Lobby game works slightly differently. All you've got to do is match with something that somebody says in the hot seat, whether they are right or wrong. If you match with them within tolerance, you get 5 points straight away. So if you get a right answer but no one says it, sorry, no points. If you get a wrong answer but someone said it, you do get points. Bit weird, but it's a sort of blankety blank, and where the lobby game sort of deviates from the hot seat game a bit. So that's about all there is to it. 20 seconds for each one. No bidding in this round, you'll be relieved to hear. And yeah, without any further ado, let's play Taboo. Ready for the first question. And yeah, we're going back to proper historic Google that here. See what you make of this. Question number 1. Name a fire-type Pokemon from Generation 1. Answers from everybody. 1 player said Charmander, 3 said Charmeleon, 1 said Charizard, 3 said Magmar, and 1 said Moltres. Now, before, I had to do all this condoning. Now it just does it automatically, because I've got a list of lists here, so variants are allowed. There's one answer that came in that looked like it was right. Beedrill Natter is not a fire type. Flammator, if it is a Pokemon, it's certainly not from Generation 1. Not a Cat has said Chameleon. I'm going to allow that, mainly because I want to test out this thing. So I'm assuming that was Charmeleon. So everyone who said Charmeleon is currently on +4. If I focus on Not a Cat, who has said Chameleon, I can condone it as Charmeleon, which I'm assuming is what you were getting at, and I'm going to allow phonetic plausibility. Now, what happens to everyone else who said Charmeleon? They go down to 2. So that's all the condoning that's required, just checking answers as they come in, and I get a nice big red sign on my console so I can actually see. Answers you could have had there: Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Vulpix, Ninetales, Growlithe, Arcanine, Ponyta, Rapidash, Magmar, Flareon, and Moltres. Much better, it's going to save so much time. But I realise it's sort of the same sort of style stuff I do in Distinction, so I realised I've done it there. Because obviously when I did Google that ages ago, it was all manual condoning. But doing it in Distinction, it sort of taught me there's a much better way of doing it, because it's effectively this round in the same sort of thing, slightly different scoring. But I thought it's basically the same concept. So the question has a ton of answers, then the question has a ton of answers. I mean, I recommend to writers to keep it below 20. But yeah, if it's got a ton of answers, it's got a ton of answers. I've got it, my slider can go up to 30, but if answers are regularly coming in with more than that, then I can adjust on the fly. I'm being punished for not going for one of the boxes now for K2. Need a ticker? What do you mean a ticker? What's a ticker topper? Let me reset the podiums while we're there. Well done if you picked up some points. Green, blue if you got a maximum. Green if you got some points. Red if you were wrong. And you'll go grey, I think, or possibly yellow if it's shared too many ways. Yeah, reset the podiums. 10 points for a correct answer. So 5 points for that question. Did it, Fernando? That might be a bug. I can tell you how many you got. Fluid Fernando. Oh, you're in the audience game, so no, I can't, because I don't debug any of the audience stuff. Let me just have a look and see what's going on there. Just briefly, because if it's a bug, I won't fix it now, but I just want to make myself peripherally, tangentially aware of it. Display our 3 results. So you think you got 10, but it's saying you got 5. Oh no, it's not. I just realised it's because it's a different game. It's I was on -4, earned 5. Now I'm on 6. Oh, so it's giving you 10, but it should. You're looking to match. You only get +5 if you match. -4 and 5 now. I'm on 6. Why it's giving... Oh, so it's giving you twice as many. Okay. And I think I know why that is, possibly. Is it adding them on when it processes the answer? No. No, it doesn't do it till it gets down there. So it adds on points this q plus equals 5 and p dot points plus equals 5. No, it's only doing that for the hot seat players. Don't know. It's a short answer, but you can take 10 points for an answer here. Maybe it's giving you one for every player who said it? No, because only one player said Charmander. All right, I'll look into that. Someone note it down as suggestions for me, please. And I'll take a look at that. Minor bug, but extra points for lobby blitz. Right, next question. Name a girl mentioned by name in Lou Bega's Mambo number 5. Just the 2 wrong answers to contend with there. 2 players going for Marilyn. Funnily enough, when I was testing it out, that was one of the names I kept typing for this question. 1 player going for Angela for 10 points. 2 saying Sandra for 6. 1 saying Rita for 10. 3 going for Monica for 4. 2 saying Erica for 6. 1 saying Tina for 10. Well, I don't know if you got points there. Angela, Pamela, Sandra, Rita, Monica, Erica, Rita, Tina, Sandra, Mary, and Jessica were the answers. Oh, there's 2. Oh, fucking hell. That's me being sloppy. It's academic, though, because it has caught it on the first round. So 2 players said Sandra and got 6 points, and no player said Sandra on the second time. So it just breaks out of the loop once it finds it. But yeah, Sandra, there were 2 Sandras on the answer. Apologies for that. That's just duplicating the list. Well done if you got points. On to the next. Oh, you actually got +5 that time. With Angela. Only 1 player said that. That's very strange. I'll look into it. On we go. Next question. Name a room on a standard UK Cluedo board where the murder could have taken place. Green, everyone getting it right, but unfortunately we've got some yellows there because 5 players have said the dining room, and you do go yellow, which means you get no points. Bad luck. Study, kitchen, ballroom, conservatory, billiard room, library, hall, lounge, and dining room were the answers. 1 player going for study, that was Mark. Very well done. 2 going for kitchen, 2 going for conservatory, 2 for billiard room, and 5 going for the dining room. Guys, I want points, says Jockey. Bad luck, I'm sorry. Let's go for the more obscure ones. Family fortune noises here. Yeah, I don't think that's in anywhere now. The one sound effect that hasn't got recycled. Sorry about that. Next question. Fingers on buzzers, here it is. Think of a country beginning with the letter T. Now name its capital city. Phrased in that very specific way, because last time it was name a capital city of a country beginning with T, and it was ambiguous as to whether you wanted the capital to begin with T or the country. So I'll phrase it that way to get around that. Let's have a look. Incorrect answers: Lomé, Taipei, Port Vila, and Istanbul. Actually, Lomé's correct, and Topper's also said that. I think it just doesn't like the accent there. I know Regex, you don't have to say it. Innes, I can condone that if I find you. There you are. Lomé, we're going to condone that as... where is it? Hello, dog. Lomé. There it is, answer number 5. Condone as Lomé. Yes, 3 people have now said it. So Togo, not a go-go. No, Ankara, Bangkok, Dodoma rather, Tunis, Dushanbe, Lomé, Ashgabat, Port of Spain, Dili, Nuka Alofu, and Funafuti were the correct answers you could have had there. Taipei is the Chinese name for Taiwan, but the capital of Taiwan is not Taipei. Port Vila, close, Jers, but not quite. Port of Spain would have been right. And Istanbul is not the capital of Turkey, I'm afraid. No one getting 10 points there. 3 going for Ankara, 2 for Tunis, 2 for Lomé. Well, actually 3 for Lomé now. And that's all she wrote. One more question this round. Fingers on buzzers, gang. Here it is. Name somebody who has won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress since and including the ceremony in 2010. The answers are actually correct this time. Last time it wasn't. They are this time. A lot of Meryl Streep coming in there, but only one correct answer, and it's Anne Hathaway, given by Zeus. Yes, so Melissa Leo, Octavia Spencer, Anne Hathaway, Lupita Nyong'o, Patricia Arquette, Alicia Vikander, Viola Davis, Alison Janney, Regina King, Laura Dern, Yoon Yoo-jung, and Ariana DeBose. Jennifer Lawrence came up as an answer. She's definitely won Best Actress, but not supporting. Cotillard is the same. Saoirse Ronan, I don't think she's won an Oscar yet, unless she's won one recently and I didn't pay attention. Meryl Streep wins all the Oscars, likewise Helen Mirren, but not as supporting. They win as Best Actress. So, well done, Zeus, picking up 10 points there. I think that's the end of the round. Let's reset the podiums and check out the scores. You lost 5 points. You should have gained 5 points. That's really interesting. I will have the lobby game, again, for the reasons I explained earlier on. I haven't really been able to test because I just don't have that many... I can't open that many devices. I need to open 12 for the hot seat and then at least one more. And I just don't have that many browsers available to me. That's really weird. You shouldn't be able to lose points in that round. I'll dig into that. Something's going to skew there then. There shouldn't be any deductions of points at all. Whether it's actually docked them or whether it's just said it's docked them is another question. Yeah, nothing more to do now. Sorry, I'll go on with the game. I keep looking at the code to try and... Incidentally, when you write things in suggestions, if you could please write nice things as well, otherwise I'll get terribly, terribly sad. Not that I'm sort of digging for compliments, but just from a mental fortitude point of view, sometimes if you just see a wall of this is shit, 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 it can be slightly demoralising. So do feel free to leave positive comments as well. And even if it's just this is an improvement on the last one, just my subconscious mind will be grateful to you. Thank you in advance. Let's go on to round number 4. Oh, Mark with the lead, Rift's in second, Inca's in third. But still plenty of points to go around. Let's go on to... Thanks, not a cat. Let's go on to the next round. Thank you, Dirk. I like the jumper. I was thinking more specifically about the game, but thank you all the same. Round 4 is the blind auction. Bid on how many questions you can answer on a pair of categories from 1 to 10. Abstaining from bidding will cause a default bid of 1. 10 increasingly difficult questions on alternating categories. Game music is great. Yeah. I didn't write it. Each question is worth increasingly more points than the last one. The first is worth 1, the second is worth 3, the third is worth 5, and so on. If you successfully answer the number of questions you've bid, you bank your points and are frozen out the rest of the round. Answering a question incorrectly will increase your bid by 1, but there is no penalty for abstention. If you fail to reach your bid, you score no points for the round. If it becomes impossible for you to reach your bid, you'll be frozen out of the rest of the round. Same rules as before, escape artist rules, if you like. So, make sure you get a bid in. It's 10 seconds, and again, it will be a pressy button to do it. You get 2 categories, they'll alternate, and the categories will get harder. It's a classic favourite of mine. The categories for round 4 are... Sunshine and Shakespeare. Natter's gone for 5, Zeus for 6, Ramsey for 4. I'm reading them in a random order because I'm reading the order they came in. There are other writers, but Shakespeare's just the best. Mark going for 6, Riff for 5, Inca for 5, BC for 4, Zeus for 6, Ramsey for 4, Natter for 5, Not a Cat for 2, Top for 4, Priest for 5, Just for 2, Jogging for 4. Let's see what happens in Sunshine and Shakespeare. 20 seconds, full answers required. Good luck. His first question on Sunshine. For 1 point. The sun is the closest example of what celestial body to the Earth? Ready for this one, Natter? If you don't have to play, you can wait for more powerful questions later on. But Natter is going to go for it. All 12 have answered. And they've all said star. They're all absolutely right. Everybody losing a bid, one step close to banking out. Nicely done. And star. Yes. Question number 2. Everyone saw what bids on the board. Jers and Not a Cat are down to just 1. Let's take a look at the next question. No, I wouldn't. It's on. The Montagues and the Capulets are families in which Shakespeare play. Yeah, Topper, it doesn't mind capitalisation. Jogging go for Flammator again, and the bid to increase his bid by the looks of it. You are going to go up to 4, Jogging, because that is a wrong answer. Jers and Not a Cat have banked out their 4 points. See our mass scores. Oh, ampersand test. Yeah, I did have that down as an alt as well. Yes, Jers and Not a Cat have banked out their 4. They won't be able to answer any more questions, but you are safely through to the next round. It's not that sort of game, but you get your 4 points. That's all she wrote. Well done, everybody else also getting that right, apart from Jogging, who's going to go up to 4. On to the next question. Fingers on buzzers. Drop it, yeah, dropping into the ground when you're frozen out, or when you can't get your bid. Next question. Back to Sunshine. Which US state is known as the Sunshine State? Florida, everyone getting the right answer again. Topper not dropping his bid anymore. But yeah, nicely done. BC and Ramsey are 1 away from banking out. As we go on to the next question, back to Shakespeare. Have a look at this. Yeah, Pips didn't make it into 2 or that. And which European country for 7 points is Hamlet set? Top is still sitting out. BC's banking out is 16 there. Very well played. Denmark was the right answer. Ramsey's going for 1 more. And he's going to increase your bid count to 2. And you've got 6 questions left to find them. Yes, you can throw questions to increase your bid. But once you've hit that bid, you can't answer anymore. Denmark was the right answer. 3rd player banking out there in the shape of BC. Let's go on to question number 5. We're back to Sunshine. Take a look at this. For the nearest minute, how long does it take light from the sun to reach the Earth? 8 minutes is the answer. Ramsey and Topper is writing exactly 8 minutes, giving me, and both digit and words, give me a chance to further test the condoning out. That probably should have been a variant, but Toppy Ducky saying 8 minutes. Yeah, that's right. Down to 1. And Ramsey also saying 8 minutes, down to 1. Were you on? Yeah, 8 minutes and a third. 8 minutes 20. Absolutely spot on, Mark. Is that correct, Topper and Ramsey? You weren't supposed to get out on that question, were you? Because if you were, that's a bug. I have a feeling Topper was on 1, but I might be wrong. Please tell me if that is wrong, because I'm going to panic about it either way. Innisbank and Riff both banking out 25. And Natter as well, also banking out 25 on that question. I was on 2, went down to 1 all correct. Good. I'm just misremembering stuff. Excellent. So another 3 players escaping. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just 5 players left as we go to the next question. All of them just needing 1. Are they going to go for it immediately? We're back to Shakespeare. Have a look at this. I should be on 300 points. I can make that happen, Topper. Antigonus is a character from which Shakespeare play? For 11 points. Zeus has answered. And in a change from last time, I now see what he's written. I want to be a messy bitch, give me a pip, is what he said. Interested to hear how legible or not legible things are on screen and comments as well. You can have a pip. It's a Winter's Tale. In fact, the poster on my wall up here, Exit Pursued by a Bear, is from the Winter's Tale. Well done. If you got that in the lobby game, you would have got that one wrong. That's well. Good thing you're all banked out. Zeus, you can have an extra pip by all means. As we go on to the next question, Zeus needs 2. Mark, Topper, Ramsey, and Jogging just need 1. Back to Sunshine. Have a look at this. 820 Blazer. For 13 points, Sunshine was a 2007 film by which director? Do you know? If you do, are you going to cut now? Are you going to wait for some other ones? Nobody attempting that one in the hot seat. It's Danny Boyle. Well done if you did get that in the lobby game. Maybe regretting my bidding strategy. Well, you still got 3 questions left, Ramsey. Try and bank your points. Question number 8. Take a look at this. Back to Shakespeare. Dive thoughts down to my soul. Here Clarence comes as a line from which Shakespeare play? Richard III is the answer, and Zeus has got that bang on. If you said Richard II, it might have condoned you. It's one of those ones, it's like North Korea, South Korea thing on the spell checker, MacGuffin. I should probably make a way to undo it, but I'd only be able to do that for hot seat players anyway. So if you did go Richard II, you had a free point. Well done, Zeus. Richard III is the right answer. You're 1 away. 2 questions left. 1 on Sunshine, 1 on Shakespeare. 5 players looking to bank out their points. Good luck. Here's the next question. Steal My Sunshine was a 1999 hit for which band? What do you make films are? Good play there, Shapes. Jogging's had a go. Oh, Jesus. That's a milkshake. I was not expecting that. I was expecting a Sprite. Len is the right answer. Jogging getting that mark. Going for LFO. That is not the right answer, I'm afraid. I can't even say that's phonetically plausible because the letters are nearby. I'm afraid, Mark, I think that does mean you are going to be frozen out because you will now need 2 and there is only 1 question left. Bad luck. But well done to Jogging, banking out 39. But Mark, we have to drop you into the floor. So, Topper, Zeus and Ramsey. I have a guess at Shakespeare. Hopefully something I can at least guess. To be fair, there's an extra Pavlov from when I first aired this question 2 years ago. So, best of luck to you. Here's your final question of the round for 19 points. By line count, which comedy is Shakespeare's shortest play? Narrowed it down to comedies for you. Zeus is in. Ramsey is in. Chopper is in. Comedy of Errors was the right answer. Ramsey banking 37 by skin of teeth. Zeus banking 59. Topper going for the Tempest. I'm sorry. No, it's not the short. It's the Comedy of Errors. Well done to you two. And if you got that in the hot seat as well, bad luck. Topper, you're the only player not to bank out. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're not going to get any points this round. Terribly sorry. So that is the end of round 4. Let's reset the podiums. And Mark as well. Yeah, sorry, Mark went down too. And Mark. Let's reset the podiums and check out the scores. Pips and Pips, welcome to the game. He's just here in time for the final question. And Zeus has got a lead of 84. Riff is in second with 64. Inca's in third with 59. Just a point ahead of Ramsey on 58. Mark now on 53. Jogging's got 48. Natters and BC on 44, Prugs 39, Not a Cat 22, Jers 17, and Toppers on 15. Well, one final question for y'all in the final round. It's the big finish. Wager from 10 points up to your current score based on a category. This one you will have to type, and you've only got 10 seconds to do it. So I encourage you to have a think before I open it up to bidding, because if you don't have at least 10 points, you'll be given a default bid of 10. But if you don't bid anything, you'll also be given a default bid of 10. So make sure you're ready to type as it comes in, because those 10 seconds will go by faster than you're used to. Answer the puzzle-based question within 30 seconds. Answering correctly, you win your wager. Answering incorrectly, you lose your wager. It's as simple as that. Those are the scores as they stand at the moment. Gold, silver and bronze, plus a medal for the highest scoring player in the lobby, who will be revealed on my console at the end. What are you going to bid based on this final category? Good luck to you all. The category is Cinematic Art. Ink just too slow. The only player that we will know has got the default bid of 10. Interestingly, I do now see the wagers as they come in and can see what everyone has wagered, but I'm not going to say until it's revealed later on. For this last question, you'll notice you've got 30 seconds. I've extended the timer by default because I kept doing that anyway, and there'll be a different sting that will play, just so you're not caught off guard. Full answer is required. If you're right, you win your bid. If not, you lose your bid. Good luck to you all. The category is Cinematic Art. Oh, excuse me. Here is the question. Which actress starred in the leading role of the 2003 film whose title was the same as The Painting by Johannes Vermeer? Bits and Pips, welcome to the stream. That's it. 10 seconds, gang, come on. Abstention's treated us wrong. Ramsey? And you're out of time. Yeah, abstention's treated us wrong. I probably should have mentioned that. 30 seconds was the right decision, because I thought that's quite an easy question, but it still requires some parsing and thinking. No, a good callback. I thought so. So, correct answer. Scarlett Johansson. It's Girl with a Pearl Earring is the artwork and film in question. She starred opposite Colin Firth as the painter Johannes Vermeer. Over the piece. Never heard of the film. I thought she got nominated for an Oscar for that. Maybe. Anyway, let's go through yours, starting with Topper. What did you say? Daisy Duck is the wrong answer. You're going to lose 15 points, I'm afraid. Thank you for playing. You leave with what you came with. Jers, what did you say? Scarlett Johansson, absolutely right. You're going to win 12 points. You finish on 29. Very nice. Not a Cat. You started with 22. Well, GG is the wrong answer, I'm afraid. You're going to lose 10 points. Finishing on 12. Prug started with 39. What did you say? Judi Dench, unfortunately not the right answer. You're going to lose 15 points. You finish on 24. BC started with 44. Sandra Bullock is the wrong answer, I'm afraid. And incidentally, while I see your bids, your wagers, I don't see what you've said. So I'm seeing your answers here for the first time. Sandra Bullock is wrong. You're going to lose all 44. BC leaving with what he came with. Battle up. Thank you very much for playing. Moving over to the middle row, Natter. Well, I tried. You started with 44. It's the wrong answer. You're going to lose 40 points and you finish on 4. That's my lack of numerals, as bad as my music. Phone off, Ramsey. Jogging in for Vikander, not the right answer. Was Johansson we're after. You're going to lose all 48, leaving with what you came with. Mark started with 53. What did you say? Jolie, no, unfortunately not. You're going to lose 47. You finish on 6. There's far too many burps going on here. So I have still got the sound, actually. No answer from Ramsey, I'm afraid. He's going to lose 40 points, finishes on 18. Going up to the top row, started with Inku, he's got 59. What did you say? Tilda Swinton is not the right answer, I'm afraid. You're going to lose just 10 points because you didn't get a bid in. 49 is what you finish on. On to Riff, who started on 64. Meryl Streep, also not the right answer. Oh, you wagered 55, you're down to 9. And just Zeus to finish off. Zeus, what did you say? Halle Berry, wrong answer. How many did you wager? 10 points. You finish on 74, which means Zeus is our champion. GG Zeus, and you'll get a gold medal to go with that. Inca's going to take the silver, Jers is going to take the bronze, and it's going to be Shapes who wins the lobby medal with 118 points. Very well played, Shapes, in the lobby game. It's the first time I've seen you come up. Was it brutal? I thought that was quite straightforward, actually. I flipped it from last time. Last time it was name the artist of the film starring Scarlett Johansson from 2003. So I flipped it round to name the actress. You can't know, but the lobby will see what position they finished in. I probably could put a thing across the screen to show how the lobby players fared, but I haven't programmed it yet. But yes, the lobby players will know what their score is. They will also know what position they finished in. As you do in the hot seat, it will tell you your final position. And whatever points you've got, if it's positive, you'll finish with in pennies. Savage in the average final question of Reese back. I thought so as well, especially with the extra time for it. So we're going to roll the credits, and then I'll do some Spacey 4 game to finish off, and look forward to, if you've got any more suggestions, put them in the suggestions section of the Discord. That was officially very ghetto. We should all apologise to the question writer. Welcome, David. Thank you. Lone voice, a couple lone voices of support there. Second place, 91 points. No idea where that fits with everyone else. Well, lower than Shapes, but higher than everyone else. Tony, good game. 1 point here, 16th. Nice. If I got it, it was gettable. Of how place was better at the phone of third 73. I kind of like this. It forces people to chat at the end of the game, which is nice. We're going to roll the credits, and I'll see you for some Spacey 4 game in just a minute. Thank you very much for playing Google That. Hope you enjoyed the changes, and congratulations to Zeus, our gold medalist. So well done to Zeus there on winning the first game of Noogle That. I hope you enjoyed the experience. One or two small things notwithstanding that, in my defence, scant defence as it is, Q-dot, that's the word. Yes, you can go now. Thank you, Topper. I'll make sure the exclusion works for next time. In my defence, it's not a great defence, but it would have been very, very difficult to test that without having all of my devices in here, and 2 open on my iPhone, and then 2 open on my iPad, and then 2 open on a laptop, to one on regular and one on incognito. So it is something that I do need to do. I just didn't do it. I just trusted my coding. And clearly there's some gremlins in there, which I'm hoping you've logged in suggestions. But I do hope that you found it broadly to be a better experience than the previous one. It certainly feels more robust as a build, and I didn't feel like it was going to crash at any point. And of course, it has got the time machine in it. So if I wanted to bring it back now, for example, I'm going to just press recover data. Here's what happens when I press recover data. It won't add anything on, but if you still got Hackbox open, things may happen on your screen. Oh god, my bot's going mad now. No, it should carry on now. And the fact it hasn't is problematic. Okay, well that didn't work quite as well as I thought, but if I go progress gameplay... No, okay, well that's fun. It was supposed to work, the data recovery, but something is still amiss in that, so hopefully I won't have to use that. Then touch the dial, yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't have the screen on, did I? It was just basically just held on the lobby screen. It should progress automatically. So, yeah, something's gone amiss there. I'm going to try it once more. I'm going to put it in test mode because then it won't spam the chat. I'll go recover data. If I show you what I'm seeing. Hey, Pretty Danny with a raid. And Chaos Slapstick Raid. Welcome, guys. Hope you're well. Yeah, and it should just then load into the game, which for some reason it's not. But it does just sort of bring you all back and revalidate you automatically, so it's something. But yeah, welcome Quizzy Dow, welcome Zadster, good to have you here. Just in time for the end of Google that, time for some Spacey Fall game. But yeah, I'll fix that properly. It was working genuinely in testing earlier on. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit warm in it, I have to say. But it's nearly Christmas, got to be done, right? Right, Spacey Fall game real quick. And while this is playing, I will tell you what's going on over the next few days. And yeah, look forward to reading your feedback on that. So I hope it's generally a better experience for everybody. It's been a fun project for the last 8 days or so as well, so that's been nice. I'll have to find something else to do tomorrow. Bug fix, presumably. Anyway, you know the drill. Left to right. So what's coming up on the horizon soon? I'm back on Saturday with Crossfire, Cryptex, and The Escape Artist. Crossfire's by Samster, Cryptex by Shadowmane, Escape Artist by Toot. Tuesday next week, we're going to be here with Hacker by... Who's that by? Dragon7398, and Danger Zone by Brian. And if you're just here on the Thursday stream, next Thursday we've got Number Wang at The Pyramid by me, I really need to write that, and Money Box by Proogs. Lots of things to look forward to over the next week on this channel. Bash is here tomorrow with... 1 versus 100. Bash, what's happening next week? Because it's not Quizmas. But I've not got anything else on your sort of stream schedule. If you'll let us know. And in the meanwhile, do go and give... I should pick a... Do go give Ash a follow. He's here tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. And PC coming in right there just to crash through everybody and out the game. Topper's also going to be here on Sunday with, I want to say, Slam. And... no, Strike It Lucky and Moneybags, I beg your pardon. Let's give him a shout out. Topper One Gaming, Strike It Lucky and Moneybags with Topper on this coming Sunday at 8 p.m. GMT. Do go give him a follow. Like I say, Ash is here tomorrow. I'm here Saturday. Topper on Sunday, and then Monday we watch Only Connecting University Challenge. Silent Marine, left or right? And you're out of time. Maybe me, Shapes, Proogs, and Natter remain. So yeah, that's all the continuity. I think that's just about everything that's going on. Quizmas is on the horizon. Quizmas number 1 for me, at any rate, is on the 6th of December. I think Ash might be starting the Friday before. I don't know if he's having the Wednesday off or if he's sneaking something in Wednesday the week after, Wednesday next week. Because I think his first Quizmas game is the Friday, I think. But I might be wrong. Because that would be the 2nd of December. So not sure if he's doing next Wednesday. We'll find out. Come on, Shapes, left or right? Shapes! Oh dear. Oh, AB Me is the winner. Yeah, all of the quiz things are coming up at the moment. Yeah, you're a bit late, Shapes. Come join the Discord right there. Again? Alright, let's do it again. Let's go again. One more time for luck. Well done, AB Me, picking up some pennies there. Oh, hang on. It's done a weird thing. Hang on. Oh, you're doing good feedback. I appreciate that, Shapes, very much. Try again. There we go. We're in business this time. Yeah, so those are all the things on the horizon. Is there anyone to raid tonight? Let me give some Google pennies as well. Real quick, because I need to add these on before this... Actually, I don't, but just the paranoid brain of me thinks I need to add these bonus pennies on before this game ends. Let's go raid Bricks. We haven't raided him for a while. He's doing Worm's Arm again. He's just applied for partner, actually. Twitch partner as our Ruffle Bricks. He didn't get it, but they got some nice feedback from them, and they said reapply again in a few weeks. He's doing really good stuff. So, and he's a genuinely nice guy. So we'll go and say hello, and we'll say Noogle that over on Ruffled Bricks' channel. We will do that at the end of this game of Spacey 4 game. Wow, only 6 people going right for 200 pennies. Oh dear. Welcome and goodbye. It is in and out. Getting to fall directly through the hole there. What fun. Quite a few players remain. Not including me, sadly. That's all right. Oh, we're done. Sorry. Miles away. Oh, I've just got to let the countdown run out now. I got distracted. It's Dan, David, Not a Cat, Tadaro, Lupine, and Zeus remaining for 210 pennies. Incidentally, I hope I didn't sound like a massive whiner earlier on when I said please give me nice feedback as well. It is just a slightly mental health thing when one spends a week or more crafting something and the feedback is broad. I mean, if stuff it does need fixing. Oh, we're done again. If stuff does need fixing, then I do need to be told that. But it can. Oh, blimey! Lupine, you've won. Well done. 210 pennies. There we go. Oh, that has been written to the drive. Well, I'll stop the bonus and write those as well. Hooray! Good. Nah, just 2. We limit it to 2. I'm afraid. Now we're going to leave it there for tonight. I might be able to go sneak in a game of pool with Mrs. Flush. Yeah, just to say, I know it's. I probably don't have quite as thick a skin as I like to think I do. That's probably the best way I can say it. I like to think I have thick skin, but I know in reality I'm probably. I can get super bummed out when I get negative feedback. More so when I sort of internally know that it's right. And I'm just like cutting corners, and I think I need to go back and do it properly. But so I'm not digging for compliments, but it is just it's nice to have a balance of stuff when people give feedback. It's nice to have to read some positive feedback as well. So if you have enjoyed anything, if there's any changes you think that are an improvement, if you could see, if you're able to season them amongst the criticism, they're probably very valid and deserved criticism. Say just from a mental health point of view, sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming just reading a wall of, let's say, everything is rubbish. Just self-care is important, and that's a big part of it. I think, not just trying to dig for compliments. Human shells of doubt, and I think it's very much that. And I think because my background hasn't professionally been as a programmer, there's always a little bit of imposter syndrome going on. It's like, this is all just a bit silly. You're not really a programmer. That sort of mentality going on. And I think when the suggestion channel is nothing but here are things that need to be improved. I know that is what the suggestion channel is for, incidentally. But when it's a new game, it is everyone likes to hear compliments and things that people enjoy. Because that's sort of what it's all about, really. Also, big time imposter syndrome on programs with programmer background. Is that right? Really? Okay. Well, that's really joy to hear. Huge impressed. Oh, that's very kind of you to say, Jess. Thank you very much. Anyway, I will dig into the suggestions. I'm probably going to go play pool with my wife for a bit first, and then I will dig into those suggestions. I'm going to try and step away for a bit and then come back at it fresh in a little while. I haven't even opened the tab yet, but look, thank you very much everybody for playing. I hope you enjoyed the pack, and I do hope you enjoyed the changes. Thank you as well to Zeus for Risky Business earlier on. That was really, really good fun. Yeah, apologies for those bugs in Google. I think they were relatively minor. The ones that were there. I think there's some in the lobby game which obviously I just haven't tested properly. All the people come back to us. That's very kind of you to say, Joe. I suppose that's true. If people didn't like it, that they wouldn't hang out. So yeah, a couple of relatively minor bugs that I'll say. Look into the feedback in a bit. We're going to raid Ruffled Bricks. We are, and I'm going to stop rabbiting on. Bash is here tomorrow. I think we're going ice skating tomorrow. But if we're back in time, I might pop in and say hello on 1 versus 100. Our raid message, by the way, is Nugal that. And that's going to be it. I'll be back on Saturday with Crossfire Cryptex and the Escape Arts. Until then, thank you so much for joining me this evening and testing out my new stuff. Enjoy the remains of your week. Hope Friday is a good day for you. And all being well, I will see you on Saturday. Until next time, take care. Peace out and good night.